Hello everybody, my name is Helix Rex, and welcome to Sisyphus Reborn. I believe that's how you say it. My friend showed me this game, or directed me to it, and suggested I make a let's play on it, so that's what I'm about to do. I literally know nothing about this game, so let's go ahead and just jump into it. Nothing existed. Then everything existed. I can never know how it really began. I found myself in a cave. Eventually, I began to sense a faint light at the far end of the cave. This alone gave me reason to go forward, the unshaking hope of escape, of freedom. Alright, little way to use it. This cave is full of stalactites. Some form of liquid seems to be dripping from the roof. This cave is full of stalagmites. This one has almost joined the stalactite above it. I can't fit through the gap. And somehow the cave is so narrow that I can't move sideways at all. Well, alright. Pile of large rocks. It looks like a part of the cave formations must have collapsed a long time ago, as the rocks have become smooth and round. These rocks look quite heavy. I don't want to carry one around with me unless I really need to. Pick one up. Okay. I really need you to pick it up. The walls of this cave are solid and surprisingly smooth. The dampness permeates the air, making the walls glisten slightly. Okay, so let's see. Not sure what's creating these formations. They're smooth, damp, and slightly shiny. Examine. Looking closer, the stalactite has a small crack in it. I might be able to break it off. Okay. I guess now we can use the rocks. This rock should be solid enough to break the cracked stalactite. Select items on top, left to use. Right click to cancel. Okay. I have a rock. Will be strong enough to break it. Indeed. Stalactite broke away easily. It's strong but brittle. There is a faint light glowing up ahead. This cave is closed off on both ends. How on earth did I end up in here? A stream of water is flowing through the cave wall into the rock pool. It doesn't seem to overflow, just must drain away underground. The water's cool and seems to glow slightly in the gloom. I don't feel at all thirsty, though, or hungry, for that matter. There's a small hole in the cave wall. It looks like the flow of water has gradually worn away at the rock. There's a hole in the wall over there. Okay, maybe I can happen to get another rock to break another hole into the wall. I don't need another rock. I think you do. But what do I know? I don't. Is there anything that we can do? Cave wall. There's a hole in the wall over there. Okay, now... Oh, now we can get this stalactite. But it being brittle, I don't know if that honestly work. The stalactite was surprisingly light. I take it with me. After some time, pieces of the cave wall fall away, and a flood of white light fills the cave. It is so bright that the outside world is barely discernible. Hole is large enough to fit through. A vast desert sprawls out beyond the limits of sight. The air is so saturated with heat that the entire landscape appears to be shifting. Man, if it comes to this, I would have stayed in the cave. Strange-looking trees. They are solid and seems almost petrified. I can't tell if they are living or dead. The sand isn't as solid as it looks. Trying to climb it will just pull it down. A hole in the ground. That explains the pile of sand. I mean, the piles of sand explains the holes. Who, where, and who are you? I am me. It doesn't help me at all. Can't you be more specific? I am me. Very well. I see this is going nowhere. Where are we? We are here. Where? We are here. What? But what is this place? This is the place where we dig. Why? Why do you dig? We dig to live. I am leaving. More petrified trees. There doesn't seem to be much life in this place at all. Help. I can't get a straight answer out of the person over there. Can you tell me what's going on here? I cannot help you. You will need to ask someone else. Please. I just need to know where I am. What is this place? I cannot help you. You will need to ask someone else. You don't seem to say anything else. Are you able to say anything else at all? I cannot help you. You will need to ask someone else. I have had enough. Rocks. These stones are quite flat. I don't want to carry one though. There are no stalactites to smash out here. Where am I? You are here. Where is here? Here is where you are. What are you doing? We are digging. Why are you digging? We dig to make mountains. Why do you make mountains? We make mountains to fill in holes. This hole goes a very long way down. It almost looks like there's something down there. No, maybe not. More petrified trees. There doesn't seem to be much life in this place at all. I don't suppose you can tell me anything about this place. I can tell you about digging. Very well, please tell me about digging. We dig to live. Why live? We live to dig. I see. Is there anyone else who might know about something besides digging? Digging is all we know. You may try asking the pyramid. A pyramid? You mean that mound of sand behind you? No, there is a shining pyramid out in the desert. I have asked questions and always received the same answer. I do not understand the answer, but it makes me feel calm. I suppose I will sneak out this shining period then. Oh, sorry. Shining pyramid. Travel the desert and walk over the hills with the lone tree. I am leaving. The pyramid should be over the hill in this direction. A bell hangs from the tree. It appears to be made out of the same shiny, opaque material as the pyramid. The surface is quite rough to the touch. I cannot find any markings on it. It sounds like the bells are playing inside. Movement is heard inside the pyramid, and a previously unseen entrance appears. There is an entrance into the pyramid here. The inside of the pyramid seems to be quite dim. The walls must be very thick to keep out the harsh sunlight. Hopefully I can get some answers in here. Who are you? Imagine you have asked that question many here and received no useful answer. I'm afraid I can offer no more help than they. I am myself, and you are yourself. I am the one who lives in the pyramid, who is conversing with you now. Anything more is meaningless. You seem different from the others. I was here before any of the others. Many of them came to me for questions before you. Why you? I was here before them. Did you create this place? No. How long have you been here? I was here before the others. But how long has it been? I was here before the others. This is all I can know. Just a side note, this music is very enjoyable. Why are you here? What is this place? I imagine you've had meaningless circular conversations with others here. I have experienced this over an eternity. I built this place to escape, knowing that only someone with a slightly intelligent mind would be able to play the pattern on the bells. Where? I feel like I have memories of before this place, but I do not know what they are. Where is this place? How did you arrive here? I have been here for an eternity. My earliest memory is being here alone. But let me ask you, how are you able to communicate with me? I don't know. I just can. I know language. I know what a tree is. I know what a rock is. I have memories of a life, but things here are wrong. I am in the wrong place. I'm sure of it. What you think are memories may simply be instinct. No one taught either of us language, and yet here we are. Are your memories of this place? No, of something else, but as if a dream of a dream. Is this the afterlife? It is not possible to know, and if it were, what would that challenge anything? No, I suppose not, but I would have expected something more. Something more? I don't know what anything. I'm sure I don't belong here, but I want to get out. There's no way out. I once considered such an action, but I have been here for an eternity and tried everything. I have traveled forever in every direction. The empty desert stretches out endlessly. The life we have here is the only life possible. But there's nothing here, no reason to exist. We have but one reason to exist. To dig. I don't understand. You dig holes and fill them again. How is this a reason to exist? We have a choice, to dig or not to dig. We choose to dig. This gives us purpose. Really, if those are the only options, it doesn't seem like a choice at all. Do you really feel you had a choice to come and see me or not? Or that any of the others here have a choice? It is only on the surface a justification. Whether there are options or not, everyone here might have a path chosen for them in advance. The only difference is no one is aware of it. Perhaps there can only ever be one sequence of events. This is an interesting one. Because in life, you can argue that certain paths in life are predestined, predetermined, and that's the only path you can possibly take. And then there's others that say life is what you make it, and it's the path that you choose. I'm going to say I disagree, and that there are multiple paths in life that you can choose from. I don't believe you. Are you saying you knew I would come here? I am not claiming to be a clairvoyant. All I'm saying is that once you had come here, this was the only possible path. It is already ahead of you, even though it is unseen. I do not know my own path either, only that it is there. I accept things as they happen, as the only thing that could have happened. But you said the only possibility here is to dig. What about this place, those bells you made? This is more than just digging. You must understand, I have been here for an eternity. I have built whole cities and watched them decay. Everything returns to sand eventually, and yet we remain. But surely you can build again. Given enough time, everything here decays except for ourselves. Any actions repeated enough times eventually becomes pointless. We appear to have no end to our time, so all actions become meaningless. Those bells were not left as an example of what might be created. They are a reminder and a warning to avoid the burden of the inevitable disappointment. There is no end to any of it. Nothing retains any meaning. Great actions ultimately end with failure every single time. The only success possible here comes from menial tasks. This is the only path to happiness, to live at all. The only way to avoid non-existence is to dig. And what of non-existence? I will take you there. I will show you. I'm going to say it again. This music to this game is very enjoyable, and I do appreciate it very much. These are the ones that have chose nothing. What happens to them? They have come here to wait. After a while, they find it difficult to move. Later, they are unable to move at all. Eventually, they cannot communicate, and I believe they are no longer aware of anything at all. Such is the fate of those that choose nothing. I would not wish this on anyone. I suggest that you choose to dig. Why would they all group together like that? I do not know. I have seen it happen with many. They simply give up the will to continue living and come join a group like this to cease to be. Perhaps they feel a stronger purpose, treading a path that is laid before them by others. Perhaps this non-existence feeling is like it has meaning when they choose with many others. There are many groups like this scattered throughout the desert. How does it happen? How do they choose nothing? It is not much of a choice as a lack of action. Refrain from any action long enough and you will end up like them. So I either dig for eternity or face practical non-existence for eternity. What is out there in the desert? There is nothing more. Travel too far and the heat becomes so intense you cannot see. If you go too far, you may never come back. I will leave you now to consider and make your choice. I hope that if you choose to dig, if you do, come back and see me again. If not... And with that, he walks away. The end. Not the end. Alright. The person does not respond in any way. Though they are moving, there does not appear to be any life left in them. If I go too far, I may never come back. After wandering in the desert for an indeterminate amount of time, the heat becomes unbearable, and the land itself appears to lose its physicality. Sand, sand, sand. Lost. I have to get out of here. I have to go back. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the, not the temple, but the pyramid and see what happens. Well, this game seems to play out on the issues in our day-to-day lives, or our actual lives, on how we can take action or we can take inaction. You are back. I presume this means you have chosen to dig. Is that all there really is to do here? It is the only choice we have. We either dig or we end up like those brain-dead souls that you just saw. Is there no way to escape from this place? Is everyone here really satisfied with this existence? There has been others like you. Many came to me hoping for answers. I could not help any of them. Some of them wandered off into the desert and were not seen since. Others chose nothing. Where do they go to? Does the desert ever end? No, I have traveled in all directions for an eternity and found nothing. Eventually, I've returned to where I have started and remained, as this is the one place I felt I belonged. A place you belonged. Is there any way to escape through the sand? How far down have you dug? I have dug as far as it is possible to dig. The bedrock below the sand is stronger than the rocks we use for our tools. To try and to break it is futile. There are nowhere to go. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to choose to dig. Well then, assuming I want to dig, how do I even do this? I didn't wake up here holding a shovel. Everyone here has made their own. There are a few in pieces of knowledge that even the least intelligent here possesses. How to create a shovel, how to dig a hole, and how to fill it again. So are you saying that if I don't know how to make a shovel, I am the least intelligent being here? That is not what I mean, but if it certainly makes you an anomaly here, more so than myself. I do not doubt your intelligence, but I question your sanity. Well, if digging holes and filling them in again for all eternity is considered sane here, I think I will happily call myself a madman. Very well. So, yes, how do I make a shovel? Ah, you have chosen to dig. Not yet, I just want to keep my opinions open for as many choices as possible. Which is two, apparently. A shovel is very simple to make. Simply take a branch, any tree, and a flat rock and tie them together with grass. Of course, trees, rocks, and grass seem to be the only objects in this desert. Will you dig? Dig? That word doesn't even seem real anymore. Yes, I'll dig. I'll dig my way out of this place. I would not recommend that. Others have tried. They get as far down and eventually give up, becoming frozen far down in the bedrock. There's really nothing down there. I am going to try anyways. There must be a way out of here. Though I admire your spirit, I am also saddened by it. I have been here forever and have tried everything. I am speaking honestly when I say the only chance for happiness is to dig. That may be true, but I at least need to know this for myself. I have to try. Very well. I wish you luck. If we never meet again, I hope that you manage to find peace in this world. Farewell. Oh, okay, exit. And say the music in that pyramid is very nice. There is nothing but empty desert in this direction as far as I can see. Okay, so this is the area where the ones that chose nothing happen to be. I want to see if I can't... I don't want to say risk it, but I'm going to go back over here and go push further into the nothingness and see what happens. What's this? I have a very bad feeling about if I continue. Oh. No, I don't want to quit. No. Alright. So if I go that way, it's the end of the game. Lost. I have to get back. Sand, 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 and more sand. So we're going to go ahead and go back and dig just to see if that changes the plot or the end of the story. However, I believe that's the end of it. Now we'll go past the pyramid and to the holes in the mountains and the trees. And finish. This tree is a bit small. I'll try at least one of the bigger ones. I don't want to destroy the one interesting creation in this place. I'll take it from another, take a piece from the other trees. Tree. I'll snap a piece of the branch off. Very satisfying. Hello, hello! There must be brain dead, like that group out in the desert. There's nothing I can do for them. So I need a rock. And if I ask them anything... Nope, okay. Where do I find the grass? That's... stuff I already know. I need grass. Where do I find the grass? I hope I didn't pass the grass over by those endless mountains. Oh, here we go, grass. Now everything I need to make the shovel, I just combine all these together. Now, I suppose I dig. This is all I'm going to do for an eternity unless I think of something else. I wonder, can... I'm gonna go back to the edge into nothingness. This is really all there is here. I have to think of something else. I shoveled. Should go back to where I started, to my cave. Oh, okay. We're gonna go back to the cave and see what happens there. No, don't need to dig. Come on, just to the cave. Can we dig here? Let's dig in the water. The cave floor, weakened by the water, breaks away with a little effort. Progress is slow, but aided by the continuous flow of water. I had made a choice that felt real to me, whether my hand was forced or guided by a higher power. Whether there was other choices possible or not. None of this mattered anymore. I have ventured my own path that was now mine. It was bound to me, and I to it. The path was my own, and nothing could change that. I could follow it to the end, and know that I have lived. Sisyphus Reborn by Edwin Montgomery. Created with Adventure Game Studios. Smooth scrolling script by Ali. Well, it looks like I made the right choice to dig. And thanks to the little in-game script I dig in the cave. Special thanks to Christian Heinrich, Ben Doyle, and Albert Camus. But it looks like a very deep philosophical game, and I do invite everybody else to play the game on their own. It's a very simplistic game, but the art style and the music add another depth of feel to this game. The music itself is phenomenal, and I could listen to this music for a very long time. This game was phenomenal to play. Short and sweet, however, the meaning is as deep as you can understand. Thank you everybody for watching. It means the world that I got your support. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and a subscription from you so you can catch all my future videos. But until then, I love you all. Thanks for your support. Goodbye.